Some of us spend half a lifetime learning a lesson that should have felt obvious from the very beginning, that the only kind of love worth having, the only love that deserves our heart, is reciprocal love, a love where the other person is just as sure of us as we are of them, where their presence matches ours, consistent, attentive, and real. A love that never requires pleading, convincing, or anxious waiting, where we don't sit up at night replaying unanswered messages or trying to decode silences, where we never have to chase clarity because their intention is as steady as ours, a love where they are deeply grateful to have us in their lives, just as we are grateful to have them in ours. This isn't arrogance, and it isn't neediness. It's emotional balance, the rightful expectation of mutual devotion. If that sounds strange or demanding, it's only because many of us were never shown what healthy love looks like. We came from emotional scarcity, from places that quietly taught us to devalue ourselves, and so we often settle. We confuse pain for passion, inconsistency for chemistry, and indifference for mystery. We tell ourselves stories to make disappointment seem noble. We wait for people who keep us uncertain, convincing ourselves that they care, just not enough yet. We've stayed beside those deciding between us and someone else, feeling their indecision like a wound. We've paid with our time, our patience, our affection, and received only partial love in return. We may even have survived relationships where every night felt like a debate, where we had to argue for attention, tenderness, or honesty. We called those situations complicated. But the truth is simple. There are no complicated relationships. There are only those that honor us and those that don't. If they're not holding the other end of the rope as firmly as we are, they don't belong in our lives at all. So let's remind ourselves, clearly and without apology, of what must guide us now. If they're still deciding whether we're enough, we must leave. If they take forever to reply, we must leave. If they flirt with others, we must leave. If we have to convince them to want us, we must leave. If their personal struggles make them incapable of kindness or consistency, we must leave. If they are not proud to stand beside us, we must leave. If we've given them chance after chance, and they still don't see us, we must leave. And leaving truly means leaving, removing them from our days, our thoughts, our digital traces, our emotional space. They cannot occupy a single corner of our inner life once we've recognized the damage they bring. It might complicate things that we love them, that we've built years together, that the intimacy still lingers, or that they dazzle us with beauty or charm. But none of that equals love. None of that redeems neglect. The reason we often overlook this truth runs deep. For many of us, childhood rewired what love meant. We learned to equate longing with affection, to chase people who withhold warmth as proof of our worth, to believe that love is earned through endurance, not reciprocity. We became comfortable in discomfort, mistaking instability for intensity, believing we had to convince someone broken to love us back. But we can't afford this self-abandonment anymore. The punishment has lasted long enough. It's time to stand on our own side, unwaveringly. Not everyone will find us extraordinary, and that's fine. Our only task is to stop mistaking indifference for something sacred, to grow wise enough to recognize, cherish, and hold on to a genuine ally when we find one. This isn't entitlement, it's emotional sanity. We deserve to be adored where we adore. Anything less is not love, it's self-erasure. And what we once called devotion was often just the echo of a childhood disappointment we never deserved. We will have finally understood love when we recognize that it isn't about self-sacrifice, but about two people who feel lucky, every day, to have found each other. And when that feels natural, not extraordinary, that's when we'll know we're home. And don't forget to subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear it.